대란들이 tene thomer tene girgin namba tang tene loma chola samsara jashide lo jiyan.
So first I'd like to offer my warm Tibetan greeting to the entire audience here and all of the students.
Taterang chigindi chachak nangdun so Larung garka zifchendang sarzik tene pergi dan dir korgung ochu dibaz goga zitan tene girgin namba tan toma namba khona bitin ra so teinina taga tangi rangoni na chirizena taga Larung garka ngochu tan devshin dona tandimo jana chawchak shi kitana jana taga gyurchak shi ju muba chimbo me mechki gir gemsak chig de chirezena ngsu Larung gar de tani ta chawa nyongshi zigne na kharsan terang chawa hajang mawo zin di war de tani chi ta chidar konro gertsu gir lobcha dan chi jamba ga taga lekang choda manjawa ga chi ndela chawchak shi kitana devshin de ndela chi jendar pe kyun timo tariga tahte barda yon yo mamnyong re tinina jimsak chigdung e tariga shirna de Larung gar da taru jogyu go tene muba me.
And so I've been specifically requested by the professors and the students at this center to speak about the establishment and development and the activities of Larung Institute. And of course, I must admit that from my own side personally, I don't really want to do that because I don't want to advertise publicly and kind of make it seem too seductive to you, because if I do that, as you are aware, it's growing every year, the population of students, not only the monks and monastics, but also the independent students as well. And so I actually, from my side, don't really want to make it that much more inviting to you, because we're reached the capacity, and it's a struggle to maintain the resources to constantly care for all of the incoming students. So that's why I don't really want to talk about it.
Ta tarok chigde gemsang chigde jana ragi mepa de chirezena ta kharchang terang chegi oyer kur gomba jamba choyna gama trawa hajang mambo yena tesamara nyonyo go jogo kirne sertimo yoje na gomba gare ga trawa ta nigya samgya timo yone na tangsang chig ya yarmatimo mara trawa chaga chenyo rogi timo yenje tening so ndi Larung gar ke na tangsang tam khanchin jingme panzo jang akshak charna re da yenna yang taga trawa dan majang chaga tani mara chi chenyo jogo yon mare ma yara thangre mangayo re to mara yara mangayo di tani ngatsu ngo ga taga dagnyer goni na dagnyer da hachang tariga shkamo re tendi chim jeriyo ko ta lekha mambo su ke yang Larung gar ko ma chen ro dagnyer yo ha mayong ge se idana tani timo mo sha ke yon re te yenna na taga ta ngai na taga sacha kang da kang so na yang chi Larung gar ke chi chachu da ne yondan da nimo tham chut to ne kang so na yang tari jerki ti chi chur na da shi ta ngai na timo me.
And another one main reason for this is actually, interestingly enough, many of the Tibetan monasteries that were considered quite populated in the past with, let's say, what we would consider a large population of Tibetan monastics populating the monastery, let's say 200 or 300, that over time it seems to be consistently declining. And so what started out as a large monastic population of 200 or 300 monks then nowadays declines to, let's say, 100. Well, it's quite the opposite with Larung, where we see that even after the passing of its founder and teacher Khenchen Jigme Phunso Rinpoche, despite that, it seems that every year actually the number of students and the number of people coming to Larung is consistently increasing. And the thing about this is that, like for me, and for us who are involved in sort of the responsibilities of caring for, maintaining, and sponsoring these people, then of course it becomes a little challenging when the population exceeds the capacity. And so that's why traditionally it is not my custom, even though I do travel around the world on these tours, but it is not my custom to sort of boast about and discuss about Larung to try and, bring more people there.
다들 있나요? 드니 다리 길긴 지모 공고 수시자즈 그더니 다달은 드니 라롱 단 페이지그는 바즈 더 샤코고즈 이단 디목송고 다 디목송디데 드니 모머도 와잠제 고난자가 드니 콩남비 ndo pastartana to dangi terang tichu tongdong zgna cher nambala tari ngochu dibaz de jirkiyen.
That being said, by these great esteemed professors that have requested me specifically to speak about Larungar and specifically about the developments of Larungar, then so as not to refuse your kind request and not to disappoint you, today I will talk about it. I will give you a brief introduction.
단도 ngochu시기도 싫나 지 추고 ngochu시lik 단 직된 거 ngochu시lik 양만 보서 요너래 직된 거 ngochu시lik 다 회랑 저기 라롱 가서 사참 도만 간자즈나 쳐요 대전도는 지금 미 초아 로스탄 간자즈긴 다 사차 전인데나 공고나 다 킬로미터 치모스요 단 니모라 소바가 그 ngochu 차가 당상 단다나 인터 자와 자기야가 나나야나 하자 모요너래 익톡나야 요너래 때니나 네 대란더니 키나발라 ngochu시 교원도 다 추쇼는 게요 지금 다리가 다 지금 상위 쇼들고난 자가 지금 탐모 마임 빌고르고 때니 ngochu 디바즈 비십상 거요.
And so, generally speaking, like when asked to discuss or introduce, let's say, a place or a sacred site, there are two ways to go about this. One is the mundane explanation on a relative plane, and one is a more spiritual or rather transcendental kind of approach to the explanation of the history. And so, a mundane or worldly explanation would be something to the sense of like, oh, you know, this is the altitude and this is the way the people in this area tend to lead their lives, and you know, this is how many kilometers are here and this is the distance and so forth, you know, just like hard facts. But all of these facts you can find easily now on the internet, and also it's written in many printed texts. So what I want to offer you today is more of an approach that is a spiritual take on it, what we call like more of the secret inner meaning, the sacred interpretation of the development of Larungar. And so that's what I will be doing today. We call it the extraordinary or like sacred transcendental way of interpreting a place.
다 라룬가르 그 당상 시집고 로르기 원도 셴나 다리 기군 공공송화 따더래 더니 다 지금 야치 담비로네 따티 와르도 로파르치르 다리 섬추 소르가 다 디모스 그나마 다리가 송은데 데인디 지금 로르기 그 다리가 다 로롱 로 다리 하자 모르라 디모스 기온 말에 레타는 지금 미 다리가 망용다는 강화가 망용다는 대전도는 다 롭자 뛰는 그 지금 뭐 다리가 개바 뭐 소경시요 주고 타니나 당선양 지금 초바전다 만자바 그네 되는 잠볼는 거 당아 지금 다리가 다 지금 망작 요찬하다 다 디모스가 지려온제.
So Larungar, as you know, established in 1980, it's been almost like 35 years since the establishment, and so relatively speaking, that's kind of a young monastery. It hasn't been around that long, but however, among all of the monasteries, this location of Larungar has seen the sustenance of so many followers and so many students and practitioners. And so in terms of like the sheer number of people making a connection to Larungar and residing there and studying there and being supported in their studies and practices, then it is quite well known for just the sheer number of people.
다 당선 데 아메리카인 나자거든요. 인지 야나 다 사차 몽스 그 사르게 그나나양 데니 라롱 가른던 잠볼은 그 나왔던 걸 롭자 치슈레제 이다나 나마양 몽스 장제 당상양 다리 몽스 작게온제 단도 동거던 거또 지금 나왔던 걸 롭자 치슈 인내양 타 만내양 타 치레제나 당선 딱 사르게다나 대전도 뭐 탐치고 정노나나 라랑 오면 장막당나 다리 프로토신바 임바양요 라라 만바양요네 그렇다리양 네 대라 그바당 주바시 그메다 디 추르그른도 제거나 자 로랑도나 드니 오늘 지금 출라 짐직 쉬는 거다 몽고스도 디치도 드는 디다는 그거 콩남베 로종시기요 교원도 즉 시티 정나 모습 참마전래.
So now in many parts of the world, America, of course, and China, and in many languages as well, it has been sort of reputed that Larung is what is considered to be the greatest or largest Buddhist institute of its kind in the world. Now, this is how it has been repeatedly spoken about. Now, whether it is in fact, objectively speaking, the largest Buddhist center of studies in the world, I obviously am not in a position to claim that, as there are many other institutes that are quite large and impressive around the world. And so, but anyway, I'm not really interested in trying to see if it is the greatest institute in the world of its kind. But one thing that I want to say specifically about this is that when it comes to researchers, spiritual research, or rather ecumenical studies of Buddhism and its traditions, then it is quite obvious, it is quite clear that there is a tremendous strength in number of people who come here and really are able to facilitate the studies.
당 니고니나 아더가 지그 야치 캬르가로 라롱 가르도 또 야치 담발로는 고음스인데 나 야치 캬르가로 tani larung gara to ni ti nerkabna parchir ta ta jomu go dari choba yon ma ti nerkabna jawa go choba de jawa de yon parchir dari ga ta nibya da samgya ta dimu go ta ga changka yar mer ya ka ta teni kirondi ta tim nilo dari ngingo na ta nilo dari samcha jamz ga na ta teni tangbo ji lojong dari ga shi teni ji lojong da na lobchen ni ga nyam de shi da na ta war da dari song je 대인이나 니 상로당나 다리 라롱거 뜨금 헬기인데 지 슈크지거 당상 로자 잠바초단 잔자거 뜨거 lok소단은 당녀거 니바 드님 칸본 직매 번속라서 바 길근 책이 니바 대양 다리 캬버전지 야커 드니 슈크 니시 타크니 지 타모 마인비 나츠 다리게 타커거 무그 지금 마르고 와거니는 때라양 지 다 출크제나 때라다리 지금 니바다는 텐식 캬버전젠제 다 때잔지 요나야 다리 메초기 요티 마르고 삼기고 나라다리가 길근고 삼서티 모요.
So, Larung, as you know, established in 1980, and I first came there in 85, so it was only 5 years after the original founding. And at that time, there wasn't actually a nunnery there at all, so there was no like nuns, only monks, and there were only about 200 or 300 at that time starting out. And over the 30 years that I've been associated with Larung, not only first, of course, in all of my academic and spiritual studies, but also in studies to become a teacher as well. In my studies and teaching career there, you can say that I've seen a marked increase. And as far as discussing like the way in which that Larung has grown and flourished and developed, of course there's something to be said about the fact that there is a capacity that is in league with that of the like great institutions of learning that you see in the West, like these universities, in terms of the capacity to provide for all of the students there, and also the knowledge and capacity and power of the teachers. For example, like Kyambo Jingmin Pinsok, of course. But something else that I think, and this is more following along the lines of something a little bit extraordinary, is there seems to be almost like a magnetic quality to the place. Of course, that's just one person's point of view, of course, but it seems to have a magnetizing pull to it, that people just feel kind of like drawn to come there and study.
좋아. 다 신난 직된 그 감거 그거 공부보강 야람 헬기나 자가 말을 냥긋기나 자가 텔라다리 그 ngacheki muk rigi girken mo zon tene dari muk mrigi girken mo zon re ngacheki da rang lipola na na ni na ran ja ga mo khne na ja ka ta yin jikten ga kam ko tene phera dan jpa de la de thmo da thmo ma yin per girken mo zon re te ne na nge te na da ga da ngacheki larung ga de churden de la ya 탐몽글 짓기 뭐죠? 다 내거스 머시데 다 탐몽그 추쇼거였나? 그 짓긴 가래 요기리 제 남비나나 가래가 때라 예치기리 가래가 때라 예치기 말이다. 그 딸이야나 고르금다 답다니다 녜다레사 삼서다는 가른 거다 짐직 시누고 그 샤, 这个 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 샤, 这个
Now, of course, in this world, there are many different reasons why things either grow or fall into decline. And so the growth or the decline or degeneration of any entity or any phenomenon in the world is basically due to a multitude of factors. And some of these are visible, obvious causes and conditions, and some of these are invisible. Some of these are underlying and not clear to the eye. And so there are, anyway, a number of reasons why something is either successful and flourishes or why something degenerates. For example, talking about a person's illness or a person's death, for example, there are many causes, many conditions that come together to lead to the result as it occurs. So what I want to say is that, of course, there are many kind of what you can call linear and relative explanations for the success and development of Larung on a relative level. But then that's not what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about today is the extraordinary, what we would say falls into the category of like a transcendental or spiritual perception, the sacred, and the sacred reasons for the flourishing of Larung. I want to talk about that. And of course, amongst you today in this audience, some of you may believe these and some of you may not. And of course, this is just one person's perception, but it's taken from years of emic research in the tradition.